I'm gonna try one more.
I like to open the February 12th, Forster Town Council meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. Announcements. I don't have any announcements. I do have a thank you. I know it's their job, but it's been a rough month for the DPW. And the plowing that they completed over the past 3 storms and sanding has been great. I received 0 complaints, and I purposely kept my phone next to my end table waiting for phone calls during work. No complaints at all. I drove around town after each storm, and the roads were great. So I'm really appreciative of the DPW. They did a great job. Thank you. All right. Consent agenda.
I'll make a motion. We accept the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
No, good.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Old business, police building update. So as you see, the trusses are up. It's getting pretty exciting now, looking at that building.
It's going.
It's
along. It really
yeah, so
is.
it's moving along. Obviously they're not going to start doing the inside stuff until it's all buttoned up. It's going to be a little time before they actually button up everything. But it's looking great. The septic, we have to hold off on looking at the septic again because of the ground. So once everything thaws, they're going to look at the septic. I think we have an idea for the septic. That is outside the contract. It wasn't part of it. So that's something we're going to deal with after. Meeting. I know we talked about having a meeting. We couldn't get a schedule together to get the meeting. So we are going to have a meeting soon. I think an email was sent out to discuss a meeting. So we're going to finalize that, and we'll have that posted obviously in time for anyone to join us. Are there any questions about the police building? No. Okay. All right. New business, reappointment to Forster Land Trust and the liaison to Conservation Commission was the same person, Dennis Therian.
Yes.
We received an email from Dennis Therian requesting to be reappointed to the Land Trust. So I will make a motion to reappoint Dennis Therian to the Land Trust for as Conservation Commission as liaison. Actually, do they do that
the same.
themselves? You do. They don't vote on that themselves? Has it? Okay, because I thought that was something that the Land Trust themselves would vote on. No? Okay, for a period of 3 years?
3 years.
Expiring in
December
20.
December. So
2028.
December 20, I'm sorry, December
Oh, you can't see
31st, 2028. No, I'm sorry, and I can't get it up on here.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? No. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Okay, appointment to zoning board. Philip Keefe.
That's for an alternate for 1-year term.
Mhm.
That will go to December 2026. He sent a very nice long letter. So, I'd like to make a motion to accept Philip O'Keefe for the 1-year term, the alternate 1-year term expiring December 2026 to the zoning board as an alternate.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second for Philip, not O'Keefe, but Keefe. That's me.
It's key.
Yeah, yo, that's fine. That's Keefe.
It's no, oh, it's no.
I put O on, I'm sorry. I'm changing your name.
No, there's
So,
no.
any
O's.
discussion? Oh. Oh, yeah, yep, gotcha.
Become official.
All right, so- Any discussion? No? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Resolution 2026-01, school employee background
I've
check.
got it. I've got it.
You,
I can read it. if
Okay.
I- Well, since I'm. Okay, it's a little bit lengthy. So this is Town of Foster, State of Rhode Island, resolution number 2026-01 in support of Rhode Island House Bill 7356 and Senate Bill 2216, school employee background checks. Whereas Town of Foster recognizes the importance of maintaining the highest standards of safety and care within all schools, ensuring that every student has the opportunity to learn in a secure and nurturing environment. And whereas the Town Council acknowledges that protecting students from potential harm, abuse, or misconduct is a paramount responsibility of every educational institution, whether public, charter, or non-public. And whereas Rhode Island House Bill 7356 and Senate Bill 2216, entitled School Employee Background Checks, proposes an act relating to education that codifies a comprehensive system of criminal and employment background checks for all school employees, consistent with General Laws 16-21-9 of the general laws. And whereas the proposed legislation requires all school districts, charter schools, non-public schools, and contracted service providers to obtain detailed employment histories, conduct rigorous reviews of all prior educational and child-related employment, and verify disclosures regarding any prior investigations, disciplinary actions, or misconduct allegations. And whereas these bills strengthen Rhode Island's statutory framework by ensuring that all school employment decisions are informed by complete and verified information, reducing the potential for individuals with a history of abuse, inappropriate conduct, or false credentials to gain employment in positions involving regular contact with children. And whereas the General Assembly's proposed act complements existing laws under 16-2-18-1 by enhancing the depth and reliability of criminal background checks and requiring timely employer cooperation and providing prior employment information. And whereas House Bill 7356 and Senate Bill 2216 also introduce accountability measures that include civil penalties for applicants who willfully falsify or omit information, and establishes clear duties for both in-state and out-of-state employers to respond promptly, ensuring that hiring entities have the accurate, verified information needed to make safe decisions. And whereas the Town Council of the Town of Foster supports legislation that promotes transparency, integrity, and accountability in education, and aligns directly with the town's longstanding commitment to student welfare and the protection of youth in our community. Whereas the Town Council further recognizes that the enactment of House Bill 7356 and Senate Bill 2216 would not only enhance public trust in Rhode Island's school systems, but also provide parents, educators, and residents with greater confidence in the safety of local educational institutions. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Town Council of the Town of Foster hereby expresses its strong and unequivocal support for Rhode Island House Bill 7356 and Senate Bill 2216, school employee background checks. Be it further resolved that the Foster Town Council urges the Rhode Island General Assembly and the governor to enact this bill into law promptly upon passage, recognizing as a necessary, and proactive measure to safeguard children throughout the state of Rhode Island. Be it further resolved that copies of this resolution shall be forwarded to the honorable members of the Rhode Island Senate and House of Representatives, the governor of the state of Rhode Island, the Rhode Island Department of Education, and the superintendent of Foster Gloucester Schools. I would add there to all the other town council presidents that we always forward it to other. Okay. Adopted by the town council of the town of Foster this 12th day of February 2026.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to submit this resolution. 2026-01.
I will make a motion to approve resolution 2026-01 in support of Rhode Island House Bill 7356 and Senate Bill 2216, school employee background checks.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
I do. We have seen in the past several months, we've seen it in our own schools. An incident in the fall, a more recent incident that hasn't, it's out there, but it has not been publicized yet. I mean, dating back to when I was in school in the high school, late 70s, 80s. A lot of us know it. Lynn, I don't know what year you graduated, but you probably are familiar with this as well. It was happening then. Okay, you didn't. But it's been happening since. And recently, today there was a report that came out about a North Kingston teacher who had disciplinary action against him twice. The third time resulted in a termination, and then it was overturned by RIDE, and this teacher was able to return to the classroom. This is shocker. This is what we're with this bill or these bills we're trying to prevent. So if we have bad actors in school or people who are a danger to children, we want to be able to do a thorough background check and weed them out before harm occurs. That's mine. I 1000% support this. I testified before the House Judiciary Committee along with others on this bill. And I support it, and I hope we vote on it and it goes to everybody else, and I hope it gets passed and it gets passed quickly.
Yep, I agree. And this bill, if you read it too, I mean, it's a no-brainer. The problem is there's a lot of from the other side that don't want this bill. There's the wrong reasons why they don't want this bill.
Yes.
They really got to think of the kids.
Mhm.
I'm a lifelong football coach, also volunteer, and I'm with them all the time. And you hear stories, some things you take in and you have to address. You go talk to, administrators on your own. But this stuff does happen. And if we're not first thinking of just the kids, we're making a huge mistake. So I'm 100% behind this bill.
That's my opinion on this. And I mean, for us, I mean, I think it's a no-brainer all the way around. But to me, what the bill says, and if you read the bill, it's very, very simple. Either you are for protecting our children or you're not. I mean, that is literally what it comes down to. You want to protect children from predators and from abuse, or you don't. I see no reason that anyone, even in the legislature, either chamber, wouldn't support this.
So I'd like to add a little bit about that because I'm kind of intricately involved with up at there at the State House. So this bill is one on the House, one on the Senate. The main sponsor in the Senate and the co-sponsor is me and Jessica Dela Cruz, her being lead, me being co. Unfortunately, there is two competing bills, and I want to be clear on both competing bills. You may have not heard about the second one. I believe it was Rep. Casimiro is going to be putting that in.
And she
One-
did have it in. She has it in. But it's not one of the bills on.
It's not one of these
Yeah.
bills. I just want to be clear when people watch this, there are going to be two competing bills. This one, it's important to note that RIDE adamantly spoke against this. Again, she just gave you an example of a teacher in Kingston where it was terminated and it was overruled by RIDE. I'm not going to get into details on RIDE, but simply them speaking against this bill tells you a whole bunch. I'm hearing the competing bill has a little bit of different language and that RIDE might be supporting that one.
Because that bill does nothing, absolutely nothing.
So the competing bill, somewhat, in my opinion, and being up there when we see these things happen, they'll get input from the stakeholders, and RIDE holds a lot of stakeholder input in the state of Rhode Island, a lot more than they should. I don't have to tell you why, it's a small state. Once something like that happens, that one will most probably come to the forefront, and everybody will go home and they'll go to bed thinking they've solved the problem, but they didn't solve the problem. What it's done is just actually protects the problem. And RIDE will be supporting that bill, in my opinion. The one that's going to be competing with this that may have the chance of passing because RIDE's going to side on is not the one that anybody should support. So I wanted to give on input on the bills competing at the State House
Thank
on
you.
that topic.
When I and others testified, Shelley Pessa was another from the school committee that was there and testified. There was one opponent, and that was from the teachers union. One opponent that spoke against this bill. And there were, I don't know how many of us, I wasn't there all night, but there were a lot of us that were there supporting it. Shelley from our school committee, and I give her a lot of credit and respect for doing that. But the only person who spoke against it was from the teachers union.
That was not NEA, that was RIDE. They're not from the teachers union. It's two distinct separate entities.
That person was from RIDE. I was told it was from the union. Same thing, pretty much.
Not officially.
Yeah.
I understand. I get it.
The point is well taken.
Gotcha.
Ms. Ryder?
How exactly does this deviate from what's already in state law? I'm curious.
Because currently, for a background check, I can go online and I can go to Rhode Island Judiciary and see if somebody has been convicted of a criminal charge. If they've had a charge filed against them, if they've been convicted of anything, and that's your BCI check. This dives deeper.
Yeah, this is
Both
more
goes in-
based on investigations within the school,
Yes,
Department?
employment history.
stuff that
allegations-
not necessarily follow.
Allegations
Yeah.
against them, disciplinary actions that may sit in,
Personnel record can't help that.
Right.
I mean, whenever
They-
area.
they may sit in someone's personnel file. They may be quietly told, we've got these allegations against you. How about you just resign and go away so you don't face any charges and you don't embarrass our school department? And they quietly go away. They have no charges, won't show up in a BCI check. And then they just move on to another school, and it happens all the time. And it's happened again recently. And
So
that's,
this will help transfer all those personnel records. with the person.
I fully understand the intent. I wasn't very happy that, it immediately jumped that it must have been the teachers union who opposed this. Having been a teacher for 30 years, I can't think of one teacher who would be opposed to this. or
my
one
apologies,
teacher
Lynn.
union.
Okay, it was RIDE. I was told it was somebody from the union.
The only slight hesitation I would have is the allegation part. And I don't know how you get around that because I think we all or if you've been in education or you've been a coach, there are children and parents
Yep.
who would submit an allegation
Mhm.
just because they didn't like the teacher or the coach. And that does happen.
All the time,
False that.
all the time.
It does.
It does.
But, you know, as soon as that allegation is made, you know, I don't care how fairly everybody tries to treat it, there's an investigation. And that woman or that man's job is over. And that is my only hesitancy because I have seen parents and children say things that weren't true because they thought that they could change the outcome of perhaps.
Yeah, and so in my opinion, what I think would happen, there will be a way for the school departments to actually address that
Mhm.
and actually do a better investigation on what's actually happened so they can come to a conclusion like that was an allegation possibly by a child
That was
that
unfounded.
was, yeah, was unfounded. And
Right.
you know what I mean? I don't think it's automatically
But it
gonna
becomes-
fall
it-
in the public eye that, oh, it's that teacher because it's an accusation. It
But
happens
that
all the time.
becomes
per
part of,
coach.
that becomes part of the record too.
It does,
If,
it does.
if it's an unfounded allegation, that becomes part of the record. So.
And then you can make a judgment based on that if they decide
Exactly.
to move to another.
Right, and
school
I'm just
within their
being
own-
devil's advocate,
No, I know,
but
I
if
know.
it is, you know, if it is investigated and they say there was nothing, that almost feeds into, well, they're just whitewashing it. You know, they're just kind of poo-pooing it. I'm just playing
Yeah,
devil's
And
advocate.
I'm just
because I-
hoping that this creates a better investigation now because they still want to protect their own, which I understand, to false allegations. So you hope
Right.
that the school departments at that point would step up their game and say, you know what, we're going to really do a deep dive on this to see if it was unfounded.
Well, how do you
that's-
make that happen?
That'd be on the school department
do
because they have to do the
their-
investigation.
Yep.
Well,
It's still
I
on file,
understand,
yeah.
but I don't know if there's anything you can put in a bill that would require a school department.
It's just
No,
being,
no,
a-
it'd be in their best interest to do that. And I think this bill will actually get them to like step up their game
Yep.
and actually do a deep dive on those investigations more. I'm not saying they're doing a good investigation now,
yeah. I
but
don't
it's just,
believe
I'm
that.
not saying that. I don't want to accuse anybody of not doing a good investigation on something like that, but this may step up their game to say, really narrow down, was this unfounded or is it founded? But it goes in a file. So at least if there's something there, it's not just a slap on the wrist. Yeah, now you can go to a different town and you don't have to bring that personnel file with you. It follows with your history.
But if
Um,
there was actual disciplinary action, like, for
That too.
example, somebody who the school committee investigated and found enough evidence to terminate a teacher, and then it was overridden and they were reinstated by a higher department, right? But that would be part of the record.
Yep.
It's just something that you'd be able to see. And believe me, I do know about false accusations. I worked in divorce and I saw a lot of false
Mm.
accusations towards people being accused of wife beating and all kinds of things that
Oh,
weren't
no.
actually true. But this, it would have to be investigated and be founded or not.
Yeah, I mean, the bill gets very detailed
It does.
as you're looking at
Yeah.
it.
It really
And
does.
You know, before you hire, they're gonna have a lot of questions that need to be answered, and it's gonna go back a while,
Mhm.
especially if you ever had anything against you or investigations. I mean, they're looking for a lot of history before.
Where
they're
could
gonna-
I find
The bill.
Ride's objection? Because I'm curious,
You'd have to go.
having been in education.
Yeah, you can go on the judiciary
some-
site and,
be on
I
record.
mean,
Go on Capital
Capital TV.
And actually watch the hearing.
Yep.
And you can watch their testimony.
Yep.
Also, the House, if you go on that meeting's agenda, the House uploads, if they submitted written testimony, the House uploads their written testimony. The
Mhm.
Senate does not, but the House does.
Yeah, I would be curious.
Yeah, there's a whole video that you can watch the whole thing.
Gordon Rogers, son of the Big 21, just to reiterate, the bill was a lot of language and it was reviewed by quite a few people. Again, false accusations can ruin someone's career.
Absolutely.
In any career, false accusations
Okay.
can ruin a career. So These things are gonna be vetted, they're gonna be vetted correctly, and the outcome will be then either put in or not put in the personnel policy of that employee. If there is nothing in the personnel policy, then there was nothing that was found egregious. It's a clean policy. I'm sure they're gonna do their due diligence. Again, when we're dealing with people's careers, it's very important to do a correct investigation.
Yep,
And
I
that
agree.
bill will represent
I agree.
that bill.
it is pretty
Yes,
detailed.
Mr. Keefe?
I just have a quick comment,
Yep.
because I work for DC, I have about 36 years.
Yep.
There's a law on the books right now that requires school departments or school committees, whoever has information regarding a child abuse, including a teacher, that has to be reported to DCY.
They're a mandatory reporter, but that we're talking about hiring practices
Before they're.
before they're
Before
hired,
they're
where
hired,
you
yeah.
can, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. We have, any more discussion? No? So we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Opposed? Sue, I'll sign that before.
Well, is this the one you want him to
Is
sign?
that the one you want me to sign?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Alright. Okay.
I need to get a picture of that too.
Okay. All right. Oh, Senator Rogers, legislative grants.
What are you doing?
I need to do out of box. I do a couple. So it gives me a great pleasure to present legislative grants, and I want to explain how I got to the point where I actually, because before I ran, I did have an issue as a citizen with legislative grants being dished out. Because basically, it's taking taxpayers' money and then turn around and saying, look at me, and handing it back. So there was always a rub with me. But then somebody told me, says, you know, your districts are entitled to a certain amount of money. Your constituents have that money removed from their pockets. And it goes into JCLS, or is it JCLS? Is that
Mm.
acronym for?
Yeah.
Goes into JCLS, which basically everything that runs a state house. And leadership gets to dole that out. So the issue is taxpayers paid for it. And if I said no to my 4 districts and said, you know what, I have a problem with that. We're entitled, from what I'm told in the Senate, up to $20,000 per senator to dole out, whichever way they feel necessary. So I had a dilemma of like, if I say no to the 20, that money's already been removed from my constituents' pockets. How do I fairly bring that money back that the tide will raise all ships? So when I first got in there, the predecessor to me, previous to me, had many grants. Some of them were for weed abatement in Johnson's Pond. Well, only the people that live on Johnson's Pond benefit from the weed abatement on Johnson's Pond. And that's a small amount of the residents in the town of Coventry. So I took some flack and I rewrote all my grants. And the grant policy is that it has to be a town entity that the town receives, that everybody in those towns can benefit from, whether it be recreation. Some kids may not have kids, but maybe they have grandkids. Police departments help all citizens, fire departments, HHS. So I've given a lot of that to those type entities. And tonight we have 3 totaling 4,000 of my 20,000 allowance. And that's not just what's coming to Forest. I've already given the fire departments and others their checks, recreation. So this is 2,500 for the Forster Town Senior Services. And we have Human Services Department for an additional 1,000 and Forster Preservation Society for another 1,000, which totals 4,000 tonight that I'm proudly giving that will help every taxpayer in this town in the manner in which they're being dispersed. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Applied for recreation.
Record's coming.
Don't-
Record's coming. I
I'm just
believe
saying.
all three fire departments, if I haven't received them already, they'll be coming. But these are the ones I present me for the town.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, Senator Rogers.
The 250, I sent an email, that's a separate account, the governor in the budget is setting so much money aside. So I'm with Recreation on formulating a letter. I've already talked to my chief of staff. He's checking where the money's coming from and how it's gonna be dispersed. So right now, I don't know. They're still working on it. There is a certain amount that's gonna be divided between the 39 municipalities that I'm watching. I've got 4 towns that I represent that I'll be talking to them about. Thank you.
All right. What do we have here? Oh, new business license. Robin Ann? You sure? All right, thank you for seeing this. I don't want to mess that up.
So I'm a local artist. I've been doing art my whole life. And I've attended the Foster Farmers Market since the beginning of this year. Last year, 2025. And I enjoyed myself so much. I went to Situate and did their farmers market, and I did the Situate Art Festival. And what a day that was. Well, one day, thank God, because I sold out. So I've always wanted to have a business. And Ruby Rocks, she retired. Beth Fallon retired and opened a beautiful facility in Danielson. I've been in her store many times. And when the rental sign came on the building, I just went over there to see, hey, what are they going to ask for rent? It'd be a great little place to have a little store. And it was quite affordable for me. And I'm excited to open a store that's kind of similar to Beth's retail. And I'm going to be offering art classes, craft workshops, things like that for the store. The first quarter or third will be like retail, homemade hand goods from our local community. I've met a lot of people at the farmers market. A lot of them are excited to put their soaps and creams and stuff in there, and also American-made products. And then in the middle will be where my classroom will be, and I'll be offering like art supplies and stuff that people can buy and use at home. And that's pretty much it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
That's great.
We don't have a place in town that does that.
Yeah, I want it to be a fun family place. I definitely want to be involved in the anniversary for Foster. So whatever I can do as a business, local business, I'm definitely still a member of the farmers market because I love the community. We will be building a house here in town, hopefully this year. So I just wanted to meet my community, and I just fell in so fast. So here I am now opening up a little business. I'd like to be there for a good 10 years. This is my retirement gig. So that's it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Good.
Well, I'll entertain a motion.
I will make a motion to approve the application for Robin Ann
Ursinus.
Arsenis.
Ursinus, yes.
Yes, there is. Doing business as Robin Ann LLC, The Gathering Robin, on Danielson Pike. Yeah.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Any other questions?
No, everyone
Great.
looks
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Congratulations.
You're in.
Yeah,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Welcome. Absolutely.
I've got a lot of crafty little granddaughters. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, another business license, Courtney Oldham.
Yeah.
Okay.
She currently has a business. She is Oldham Photography. Her husband also has a business in town. It's, she wants another business license to sell wreaths and soaps. And that's what her business license is about. She's gonna do, she's gonna sell on Etsy, shelf deliveries. She's also sold to the town, not sold, actually gave her wreaths to the town.
Mhm.
She donated to the school on multiple occasions, and that's what she's looking for as a business license.
I
She does a great job.
see a lot of her.
She does a
stuff.
great
It is
job.
Beautiful. So all her things are checked off. She's everything great.
Yeah.
So I'll make a motion if anybody wants to discuss after, we can. I will make a motion to approve Courtney Oldham's request for Oldham Corner Creations on East Killingley Road.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Great.
Thank you. Yeah, she has some good stuff.
She does a great
So
job.
She puts
Yeah, she
some
does a great
stuff on
job.
Facebook for sale too. It's really
Yep.
creative. I like it.
All right, budget hearing dates.
Got it.
All right.
I have them at home. I can't get them here.
Oh, look out here.
So we picked the fifth already as the first one.
Mhm.
So I would say that right now you should pick a few more so that I can let the department heads know you need at least one for capital.
We didn't vote on that.
No, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't vote on
Right,
that.
Yeah, well, that was discussion.
No, it was
We have to vote.
discussion only.
Discussion.
It was added to
So,
the agenda.
We should formally pick the fifth for the first meeting. That's the first one that we're gonna go over the budget as a whole.
Mhm.
Briefly by department, and then, look at the big picture, right? And then figure out where we're going from there. So that the fifth was recommended as the first one. And then we usually break it down a little bit smaller for each of the other ones for some department heads and then
Yep.
let people come as they can. And I tried to identify and create a schedule so that we can stay within limitations. It gets March fifth, yeah.
Yep, March 5th.
Then it gets tricky because if you look further on the projected schedule, we're projecting the public hearing either on the 26th or possibly April 2nd. I picked the 26th as a projected public hearing because it's a normal council meeting. And I figured it would be a little bit more transparent. We like to do it that day, but
Oh.
sometimes you're just not ready. But it's only a public hearing. It's not
Right.
the adoption. So we need dates between the 5th and the 26th to kind of get the budget in order, ready for presentation.
We did what do we do, about 5 meetings? Is that what we scheduled?
Say a little bit less than that.
Was it
Wanna
4
stay
meetings? I'm
in-
trying to remember.
You should schedule at least 3 and go from there.
Okay, that's, okay, all right. All right.
So I gotta.
So I'm gonna be away.
I know, you said it
When
last
is
week.
I won't be back till the 11th.
Can't wait. Let's,
No, I'm not asking to wait.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
just
what do we
making the
get?
comment because
Okay.
We've got.
one of the options is 3:10.
Yep.
So if you do it that night, I won't be here then either.
We'll be here in March. We won't be here in April.
I threw those in there based on like
actually-
availability of a public space. And I tried to, the other thing is, unless you're hearing different things, don't schedule a meeting on the 10th and the 12th, because what's gonna have changed between the 10th and the 12th? So unless you're saying, well, we're gonna see these departments on the 10th and these different departments on the 12th, don't schedule 2 back to back because.
See,
nothing-
well, maybe we should,
Stay, Kelly.
I'm sorry?
St. Patrick's Day.
Listen, I was trying to find dates.
Listen.
I have for years St. Patrick's Day, but.
We might want to go drink green beer.
I understand.
Green beer.
We could bring.
so why don't we look at the 12th? What does everyone think about the 12th?
Wait a minute,
Okay.
actually, you definitely do not want to do St. Patrick's Day because I haven't talked to the school, they haven't reached out to me, but I bet the school's financial town meeting is the 17th.
It is March 7th.
They're
you
doing
go.
it on St. Patrick's Day?
It's by their charter, right? It's,
Second Tuesday.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, really have to.
eliminate the 17th,
Okay.
because you should all definitely go to that meeting.
Yeah, we gotta go to that one. So, what does everyone think about the 12th? Because then,
So we got
Mr. Stone will be back,
5, 3.
and that's not really,
So that's a town council meeting.
Yep.
So you would have to do it early and
Right.
we'd have to be done by 6, or you'd have to move the town council meeting to 7. Those are the choices, like.
Okay.
We have done that. We
can,
did it, the budget meeting earlier. And then rolled right into, but it's not a really big meeting because you only have limited time.
Yeah.
what do you think about a 5 o'clock, workshop with a 7 o'clock town council meeting? Gives us 2 hours.
Works for me.
It's the same day.
I can do it. How about you?
Even if I'm a little late, that's okay. I mean.
After
I'm
5?
behind a desk, so you can't.
Yeah.
I got kids that I'm picking
That's a
up from.
Thursday. And don't-
Well,
oh,
just
it's not a
order
council
pizza.
meeting.
That's it.
Oh, it is council meeting. You're not
Yeah,
working in the
no,
afternoon.
Oh, it's town council. That's why I was,
Oh. So let's do it.
yeah,
let's
that's why I
do it-
was.
Hey,
Let's do it at
Is that okay
4.
with you?
So if everybody can do it earlier.
can
then
you do
we're
it at
doing a
4?
Meeting?
At 4, yeah, I
The
mean, we can do
workshop?
4 if you, can you make it? Yeah.
4, and then we should be able to have our regularly
Okay, we can do
scheduled
4.
council meeting. No, I didn't, Kelly did.
You're welcome.
So that's 3:12.
3:12 at 4.
Yep.
We don't have to do anything, we have to move the
That's
town
in a
council.
month.
That's fine.
Yeah, we don't have to change it.
So, 3:12
Yeah.
at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yep. And then 3:17 we can't do.
I mean, I just threw these in there. Sue can check on the calendar. I can move the people.
We can always change them.
She can move people to.
Do we have any, like, we did them on a Saturday morning too before, where we had like a few more hours to do it.
The first
We just
meeting,
bring donuts and coffee.
the first meeting was traditionally on a Saturday.
Yeah,
I honestly don't care if you wanted to try to meet on a Saturday of like.
maybe after that meeting where we've already got some
but you have
preliminary
to give us
stuff.
some like real times for people to attend, especially if you're into the department heads. It's up to you. You just tell me what you want to do and I'm gonna schedule it.
Do you-
'Cause I'm available.
19th's not good.
Do you guys want to do a Saturday where we can just spend a few more hours?
So if we
on
do
the
one, on
house?
if we do one on the 12th, the following week, you want to do it on the 21st, which is a Saturday?
No, you have, you,
Or you want to move it out more than that than first,
Yeah.
if it's a Saturday?
if you were gonna do
Okay.
a Saturday, I would do the 7th and really make it a more comprehensive meeting instead of the 5th.
Then the
Or-
following week,
And
The-
then the following.
the
week,
following
the
week, would-
12th,
we got the 12th, so the following week is, we can, for me, I can do 16 or 20. That's a Monday or a Friday. I can't do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday that week.
you can't do the 19th.
No.
You guys tell me, I'll look at, give me some dates.
What are you talking
The
about?
16th or the 20th, Monday or Friday of the following week.
I'm good with Monday.
Monday's good? Monday's good,
I'm
James?
fine with Monday.
16. You guys good with Mondays? Well, you can make 6 on those, or you can't. Oh, yeah, no, it's fine.
I can do,
It's a workshop, we bring tools.
okay, right.
And again,
I
because
can-
we're meeting on the 12th,
We're
which
definitely
is,
gonna
there's
be
no
digging
work days
holes.
between the two, what I'll end up doing is splitting departments.
That's,
So
yeah,
that
that's
we
fine.
Focus
Yep,
on
yep.
either capital, we focus on.
So what
PD.
time on the 16th?
6. 6 PM.
16th At 6. Yeah,
We got 5, 12, 16 right now, yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
The following week, we're looking at the first public hearing on Thursday.
Yeah.
So we should probably have a meeting before that.
Mm,
You should definitely have a
So,
meeting before that.
Yeah, another meeting, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, so like 20,
mhm.
So you
so you have
can't,
23, 24, 25. I wouldn't want to do it the day before. That's kind of,
doesn't give me enough time.
yeah,
for
it's not
any
enough. Yeah, you
changes
can't
to
make
get
any changes or
something
anything. So I wouldn't do, so I would do Monday, Tuesday, 23, 24, one of those 2 days.
Agree?
I'm free both. You want to do Monday again?
I think,
Yep.
did,
What time?
I have something.
Yeah, 23rd Republican Town Committee meeting.
No, I had something else. Oh, no, okay, that's something else. So what do you want, the 23rd?
Yeah, I like to try to keep it consistent. So, I know the first one's at 4, but we're trying to fit in, but we do 6 o'clock again for that one. 6. Yeah.
The 23rd at
If
6?
that's okay with everybody. I mean, we're obviously going to vote on it, but
Everybody
Mhm.
listening to, right?
I think it's good to keep it somewhat consistent, especially with the taxpayers coming in and they know what time.
So on the, what time are we on the 5th?
The 5th was at 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
The 5th is at 5, the 12th is at 4,
Check.
the 16th and 23rd are at 6.
yeah. Do you want to do the 5th at 6 PM? So we keep them all the same. Is there a reason why it's at 5? Just
I.
because
or-
right from there to here? I like-
the Earlier is
We
better.
used to do the first meeting on a Saturday was because it tended to be longer.
Yep.
Yes.
So we used to meet between like 8:30 and 12.
Hmm.
So if every department comes, but so I don't care, honestly. It's a Thursday. It's fine. I don't care when you do
I
it.
just,
Well, it's
don't-
just
I
that-
want to
I
hear it
told
earlier. I don't want to
based
keep
on our
them.
Last conversation at 5 o'clock, but sometimes. So you'll most likely be here still at 7:30 anyway, 8 o'clock. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Whether you start at 5 or 6, it's how early do you want to get out? It's
Yeah.
not a 2-hour meeting.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah,
I'm
that's fine.
fine with it. I can
Uh,
easily.
That's
send
fine.
it
I was
to
just saying that to be consistent with the other
Mm.
ones were.
I can
That's
do that.
why the Saturdays were nice because we could go 4 hours without sitting there falling asleep.
So if you want, it's up to you. Tell me what you want to do and I'll let everybody know.
We were just talking about that, the
The
first
fifth,
one.
Moving it to
The seventh?
6 right now, she's saying, that's.
Oh, the Friday.
The 5th either moving to the 7th or the 5th moving to 6. Those are the two things that they're discussing.
No, I didn't say 6 PM.
He's saying 6 PM, she's saying.
Oh, you're saying 6th?
Saturday.
You're saying Saturday, right?
That's the 7th.
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know.
if we could do Saturday the 7th, if people are available, we would be able
Don't
to go.
look at me. I'm not gonna be here.
Okay, you're not gonna be here,
He's not
Um,
here that week anyway, so.
but so, I mean, it gives us, most people are free on a Saturday. The department heads can come in, spend their,
I didn't say
like-
the department heads were free on a Saturday.
well, no, but I mean, if,
I'll be listening to that next week.
no,
So I'm just saying, yes.
but we
You're
can
free on
have a
Saturday,
longer
yeah.
span of time, like 4 hours instead of going from 6. We can go from like 8 to noon or 8:30 to 12:30.
So, but if they don't, they don't.
Depend.
Yeah, I mean, I can do either, but I'm just thinking of the department heads availability.
Mm,
I mean, they still have some time to make some adjustments,
I mean, and they might not come.
scheduling, or they might
They
just,
might be,
yeah.
not be able to come. I mean, the narratives are pretty detailed.
They didn't have a choice when I was.
yeah,
Yeah.
you, I mean, it was Saturdays.
Yeah, this is a different generation.
Yeah.
and-
It was Saturdays back then too, though, Len,
Yeah.
right? You did them on Saturdays because it was just, it gave you more time. And you didn't want to be sitting here till 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
I'm not even sure. I'm okay.
So,
I work with new generation workers.
Yeah,
so I'm good either way.
Constantly hollering at them.
I mean,
You wanna do it on
if
Saturday?
if I had my preference, I would prefer to do it on a Saturday and spend like
Okay.
from, say, 8:30 to 12:30. That would be, the first one should be
Yeah.
a long one.
That's his long one.
Well, I don't mind long meetings if you're willing to make.
They take it.
I've attended long meetings before where not one person said a word other than me, and I've attended long meetings where they were very productive.
And we
So-
got almost everything done.
So it's a matter of whether or not you come and you're prepared and you're willing to make
Mm.
changes and move on. And that will determine how many meetings you have. It will
Mhm.
determine a lot.
Well,
So-
are you opposed to a Saturday?
I'm not,
I think
I'm not.
Saturday is a better option.
I'm just thinking out
to be honest.
everybody else, that's what I'm thinking.
And if we try to schedule a department head for that Saturday and they can't make it, well, then we have the 12th, we have the
Yeah,
16th, we have the 23rd.
And
But
I've already met with almost every department head.
All right, so let's
So it should be.
put 3/7, 8:30 AM.
that, I mean, instead of the 3/5.
Yep.
Oh,
so
no,
it's-
no. I'm drawing the line here.
Oh,
Well,
and
I don't live in Foster, so
oh,
does it have to be 8:30?
Oh, 7 AM.
No, I mean, can we do like?
How about 6:30?
Grab a cup of coffee.
at,
9:15?
you want 9?
We'll do 9.
I
all right.
really don't want
So we're not
8:30.
doing 8:05?
All right, no,
No.
3, so
We're gonna do 3/7.
we'll do the 7th, that's a Saturday at
9 AM.
9. One of us, I can go grab donuts and
All right, so do we have,
coffee.
Okay, so let's start again.
I just think
Yep.
we can allow
3:11 at
that.
9 o'clock.
3/7, 9 AM.
Yes,
3:12 at
Mhm.
4 o'clock.
Yep. 4
Yep.
o'clock.
Which that's good then, because it's a shorter one. We can address the questions that that came up
Mhm.
Yeah.
on the first meeting, okay?
Yep.
3:16, 6 o'clock, full meeting. That's
Mhm.
all that's on it. And then we have 3:23, 6 o'clock. That should be enough meetings for people to at least discuss
Yep.
and have a public
And then
hearing,
we have the public
Good.
hearing.
Yep.
okay?
I like that.
I think
All
that
right,
looks
so
good.
I will have Kathy.
I will entertain a motion.
Do something.
I'll make a motion to set the budget workshops for Saturday, March 7th at 9 a.m., March 12th at 4 p.m., March 16th at 6 p.m., and March 23rd at 6 p.m.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
I
Post? All right, that is set. All right, yes, yeah, 6 p.m.
Okay.
Yep. Purchase of new printers, copiers for the town clerk and finance office.
So
No way.
our printers are 10 years old. And we've had quite a bit of problems on the clerk side. We were down for a whole week. We couldn't do birth certificates. We couldn't do any certificates at all for vitals because it comes out of that printer. We had to keep running over to Kelly's, but we couldn't use Kelly's for the vitals. So a whole week we were down. They had to get used parts from an old machine. They came, they fixed it. This is the 4th time they've been there to fix it. I can't work like that. I mean, we can't work like that in the town hall. We generally replace our printer, our copiers every 7 to 10 years, right? We've had a good run. The finance is actually even older. According to them, we purchased that in 2015. So we had a good run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
And the
while.
last time they fixed it, they said they took a part off of another copier that they had just gotten back from somebody else. So it's the same thing.
Okay.
These are computers. They're antiquated.
Yeah.
now. Still, I have to say though, I love my copier. I think it's great. It scans, it prints, it faxes, it does all of these things. But it's gonna, right, my problem is I want ours replaced before the budget because we won't make it through printing all of those things. They'll be here twice.
Yep.
And then hers is more, obviously I could go to Staples for whatever, but she can't do that. So we anticipate this years in advance. We have money that by law you have to take from recordings. You have 10% of our recording fees have to go into a special fund for technology related to this type of thing, town clerk recordings and documents and stuff like that. As you know, like you're currently using computers from that fund.
Yep.
So, that's where we're going
Okay.
to take the money. They're on the state MPA. It's the same company that we all use. We all have similar computers. Police, town, we all have similar computers. We have maintenance agreements. And luckily with all of these problems, we haven't paid a dime because we do have maintenance agreements,
Mhm.
right? So we not tested, what do you call it? We got vetted the copiers because it's the same copier we have now, just the newer version.
Mhm.
And we called a couple of the communities who use them just to verify that they have no problems and they love them. So we did all of that. And the price is below, even we negotiated with them because we wanted to be less than a certain amount, I think less than like in the 9,000 range. And
Mhm.
so we vetted it and they gave us a price better than what was actually on the MPA. So, we don't have to go out to bid. It's already on the MPA.
Yeah.
We got a better price and it's less than 10,000 anyway. So, and we have a place to fund it. That's not capital and it's also not an operation. So it's not, a tax.
It's
tax
not an
dollars,
added
it's not an
expense.
added expense.
Mhm.
And that's why I like using that fund for this type of money because you're not inflating your budget one year to
Yeah.
have it fall off the next year and then it all of a sudden has a new spot, right?
Mhm.
So, I just thought that it should be transparent and we'd like to get them soon. So I just wanted to put this on the agenda to
Mhm.
see what we
Okay.
could do.
All right.
Good? Yeah. Anything else?
So do we need a motion for that? But what is the actual fund that it's coming out of? What do I, tech rec?
It's the technology recordings fund.
And you don't have an exact amount, so do I say just not to exceed 10,000
Yes.
Okay. for
Each.
each copier? And that's one for finance and one
Or
for,
It's currently operating well, even though the police got their copier the same time either the town clerk did or I did. But they don't have as many and they have multiple copiers and they're not as same. And also they're gonna have new equipment when they move, so
Yeah.
they're not an issue. The other thing I did want to discuss briefly is I kind of wanted to vet what we did with the ones we have, because they'll take them, but one of them is gonna go downstairs to social services.
Yeah.
Because they use our older one from years ago.
They don't have the
they don't have
volume.
the
the volume,
right?
yeah.
But hers is worse than ours, so we're gonna move one down there, and I don't have an issue. If we have a second one, if you have if you have a place or if you have an idea of what we could do, because I do think for a smaller volume place that it would be perfectly fine. We could sell it. Or we do fund certain agencies. I figured if an agency, one of the agencies that we fund, like one of the fire companies or somebody needed it,
Mhm.
why wouldn't we provide it? That's just a thought. You
Yeah.
guys can think about that, and just let me know what you think. I don't know, Joanne, if it needs to be any kind of part of a motion or anything like that. Normally they
No.
come and collect them and that's
Yeah, they
that.
just take them away, yeah.
So
So
I
it's
just,
up to
I
you.
want to make sure that I can make the proper motion. So it's to buy two
Two
copiers.
copies, one for one for finance and one for town clerk.
Right, okay. Well, you started talking about police and that's what confused me. Okay, so I make a motion to approve the purchase of a new copier for the town, the finance side and the town clerk side from with funds from the Tech Rec Fund, not to exceed $10,000 for each copier. Okay.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Nope,
All in
good,
favor?
thank you.
Aye.
Aye.
Two copiers. Public comment, I have nothing here. Anyone come in late that want to speak? No? Okay. All right, executive session.
Okay. Let me see, where are we? We've got both under there. Okay. I move to go into executive closed session pursuant to Rhode Island General Laws 42-42-4 for the reasons stated in Rhode Island General Laws 42-46-5 for discussion or work session regarding collective bargaining, contract negotiations, or litigation according to Rhode Island General Laws 42-46-5A2.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are in executive.
Yeah. No, are we gonna take a vote? Oh.